everyone! Welcome back. Sorry I've been on a long hiatus. Yeah, I've been really bad at producing content since I got pregnant because yeah, I haven't been feeling that great. And I really don't know how I'm gonna do this once I have the baby out, but I'll try to keep up with my filming schedule. Anyway, today's tutorial is going to be on my daily pregnancy makeup when I kind of have to look good, but I really can't give a because honestly, when you're pregnant, you're just tired all the time and hormones are going crazy. Everything's going nuts. Your skin isn't behaving the way it should behave, which is why I've created my pregnancy skincare video. You can check it out to see the update on the current state of my skin. It's not very pretty. Anyway, so this is gonna be a quick and easy glam look. Well, not really glam, but like, you know, I guess more formal look when you really can't give a f and your face is a total oil bomb. Anyway, first thing first, always use sunblock. Now, this is my favorite sunblock. It's the Biore Perfect Face Milk. If you watched my skincare video, I mentioned why it's so important to wear sunblock, especially when you're pregnant, because your skin is more sensitive to sunburns. So wear sunblock. Even if you're only going to be in the sun for 20 minutes, wear sunblock. Your skin is more prone to burning. And I also have to apologize because the Biore Perfect Face Milk is my favorite sunblock and I've been recommending it all the time. But then my darker skin friends informed me that there's actually quite a lot of a white cast on darker skin tones. I didn't realize that, my bad. So just use a sunblock of your choice. If you're my shade, this may work for you, but if you're a darker skin tone than me, I'm so sorry. It's not exactly the best sunblock out there. I'm really sorry. I've been recommending this all the time and I really like the sunblock, and I totally wasn't aware that this is not flattering for darker skin tones, so I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, hopefully you can find a sunblock that suits you, but this is the sunblock I'm using right now because it also is great at acting like a primer. My makeup goes on better after I put this on, so lots of benefits to using this. Okay, and next up will be primer to make sure you're not an oil bomb. And I'm going to use a local Indonesian brand, Emina. This is their Pore Ranger primer and it's a dupe for the Benefits Porefessional. I've tried both side by side. Unfortunately, the review I believe is only in Indonesian, but this is a complete dupe for the Benefit Porefessional and it's cheaper too. I really like it, that's why I'm using it right now. But if this isn't available in your country, the other two brands I recommend is, of course, the Benefit Porefessional and Scandinavia's primer. They're both really great at stopping your face from being an oil bomb too, so those two primers are awesome. I love them. So normally I don't like using too many products on my face while I'm pregnant just because I'm so tired. But without primer, I do notice my face gets crazy oily and my makeup is melting within 1-2 hours. So if I need my makeup to last more than 1-2 hours, I do need primer. And this is, of course, makeup when I have to look good for a bit longer, so primer. Now, since I got pregnant, I became anemic, so the dark circles under my eyes, which are already bad to begin with, got even worse. I know, it really sucks. I can't believe it. So because of that, I'm going to color correct all these dark circles out. And my favorite color corrector of choice is the Makeover color correcting palette. To get rid of dark circles, I usually mix the orange with a regular concealer because this orange is a bit too bright for my skin tone. And because I use this almost every day and I need to use it even while I'm traveling, so I've depotted it into this bracelet so that I can just, you know, apply it on the go. Yeah, so it's already pre-mixed into my regular concealer here, which is why it's this nice salmon shade. So for color corrector, remember to only place it in the areas where you have color to correct, which is right now just the dark circles. Otherwise, there's no point of color correcting. So remember, just the parts where there's color to correct. Gosh, it's gotten really dark. And now to get rid of the brush strokes, I'm going to use my beauty blender to press it in. No more dark circles. Since I got pregnant, I still feel like I always look really tired under the eyes just because I am tired all the time, and anemia makes me super exhausted. So to make sure I look less tired, I'm going to use concealer in a triangle shape underneath my eyes to help brighten that spot up so I look less exhausted. I may be dead inside, but I can't look dead outside. So I'll be using the Face Shop Dual Veil Concealer for this. And if you're wondering where to put the triangle, just smile and see the upraised parts. That's where you'll be placing the concealer. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of this product. It's really sad. I really like it. Yeah, I've been using it daily and I think that's why I'm running out fast. Oh my gosh. And after applying the concealer, blend it out with the Beauty Blender again. So as I mentioned before, since I got pregnant, my skin is a total oil bomb, which is why I prefer powder foundations right now. But of course, powder foundations, especially mixed with the oils in your face, has a tendency to look a bit thicker than usual and a bit cakier. So that's why I'm not going to apply it all over my face, because I do like the more natural sort of look. Yeah, I know when I put foundation all over, it looks really good on camera, but in real life, it looks a bit thick. So what I like to do is I just put foundation in the areas that need a lot of coverage, which will be my nose, my chin, and for the rest of my face, I rather just go with concealer. Now, my favorite powder foundation is a local Indonesian brand again. It's the Makeover Foundation. You'll notice me blending this a bit harder than usual because after I became anemic, as you can see, this is a bit too dark for me. Yeah, all my foundations are now too dark for me, but I don't want to be anemic forever. I still have hope that I will beat this anemia really soon. So I'm resisting on buying new foundation, even though I really should, because I can't find a match right now. So if you notice me blending it a bit harder than usual, it's not the foundation, it's just because I have to make it work for my skin tone. It's just a tad darker, so I still feel like I can still wear this. And this foundation does come with its own puff sponge, but I realize, you know, my powder foundations apply really well with the Beauty Blender puff. I don't know what it is about this, but it's just that my powder foundations just apply way better with this, which is why I've been using this more often. But of course, it is kind of expensive. I wouldn't say it's a must-have in your makeup collection, but I got it, so I might as well use it. I really like it though. Not a must-have, but I really like it. It just makes putting on foundation more easy. For the rest of my face, I'm of course going to just use the Face Shop Dual Veil Concealer. Because I'm running out of the liquid part, I'm going to just use the solid part. So I'm going to start with concealer first just to see what I can cover up with concealer, and then I'll see what I need to cover up with my foundation, which usually is my nose and my chin because they get really red very often. And yeah, I stopped using a brush. I used to use a brush to make it accurate, but now I'm too tired. I don't really care. So this is the fast concealing where I literally just dump the stick on my face. It's not super accurate, but And once you're done applying the concealer, blend it out with a fluffy concealer brush like this. Dab it in the middle, blend out the edges. Dab in the middle, blend out the edges. And my face looks pretty clean, like I may not even need foundation. So now I'm using this powder foundation mostly just to set the concealer and cover up any other spots that's not covered by concealer, or I think it's too light to require lots of concealer. Like where all my veins are over here. They're light enough that I don't need to put concealer all over them, but I do want to hide them a bit, so I'm going to use the foundation. And around my nose, I probably need some powdering. Other than that, I think that's it. And the face is done. So sometimes when I'm really lazy but I need to instantly look prettier, all I do is slap on false lashes. I have a tutorial on how to apply false lashes. It's actually really simple, and once you figure it out, it's actually the best way to just look instantly better with minimal effort. So yeah, when I'm really tired, honestly, I just use false lashes and go, and I don't even do my brows or anything. False lashes makes that much of a difference. And the false lashes I use are actually these really cheap, nameless false lashes from AliExpress. For $5, I got them for $2, including shipping, so they were really cheap. And the secret to making cheap lashes work is just to figure out how to shape it, and I do have the tutorial. Please check it out. I'll link it above and below. So I like applying my false lashes when it's kind of wet. That way if I apply it in the wrong spot, I can still move it around. And then I like pressing it with my fingers against my lashes to make sure it's really tight and see the difference, which is why I love false lashes, to make me look instantly better. I don't care what my husband says. He's always be like, oh no baby, you're always pretty. I'm like, you're a liar. Either that or you have bad taste, because look at the difference. Seriously, false lashes make a huge difference. So the glue I'm using is from K Collection. It's a local Indonesian brand again. I actually buy their lashes just because I like their lash glue. This lash glue only comes with their lashes. I wish they would sell their lash glue on their own, but they don't. So yeah, I'm stuck buying their lashes until they sell these glue on their own. I like it, and it's so tiny, so I can put it in my bag, or I can even like stick it into my pocket, because women's pockets are fake pockets. Like, what's with that? Why can't we have real pockets like men? So for brows, I like using brow pencils right now because in my opinion, it's the easiest way of doing brows. So when I'm really lazy thanks to pregnancy, I just like using brow pencils. And my favorite is actually the Etude House Drawing Eyebrow, but I ran out of it. So right now I'm stuck using the Maybelline's Ultra Fluffy Brow Pencil, which I like as a product, I really do, but it doesn't come with a spoolie, so you need to have your own spoolie. I bought mine from AliExpress, but you know, you can always just steal some from Sephora or something. Yeah, it's really inconvenient when brands create brow products that doesn't come with a spoolie. And if you notice, I'm no longer like really careful about doing my brows. Like, screw drawing individual hair strokes, I'm just filling it up. But I'm still blending it out very often just to make sure it doesn't look too overwhelming. And yeah, isn't that fast? I know I'm kind of lazy now, so I no longer do very careful, natural looking brows. I just do it much faster. But the good thing about this brow pencil is that it's not so stark against my skin color-wise, so it still does look very natural, even though I did it in such a hurry. And normally I will do my face first before I do my lips, but I'm gonna do my lips first just to make a little point that I've been dying to make for a while. So ever since I got pregnant, my lips have been really dry, like they've been peeling and cracking so much, even though I'm drinking way more water. I don't know what it is, but I think pregnancy just makes me more dehydrated because I know that I'm drinking water every 5 minutes or so and I keep peeing so much, but I'm just thirsty all the time. With one meal, I can drink 5-6 cups of water. So yeah, no matter how much I drink, my lips are still dehydrated, and that's why I'm going to apply lip balm first. And because my eyes are quite bare, I'm going to balance it out with a brighter lip color. I'm going to use the Maybelline Creamy Matte in Mesmerizing Magenta. And if you'd like to see swatches of these lipsticks, I'll link it above and below. These lipsticks are really moisturizing. I like it, which is why I'm using it. And the way I'm using it is, first, I'm going to just wipe it in the middle of my lips. And I'm just using my fingers to wipe it around my lips. And I'm going to take the color again and I'm going to reapply it only on the insides of my lips. Press my lips together, and any rough edges I'm using my fingers to blend out. And it becomes a very fuss-free lip look that looks like I deliberately did not put too much effort so that it looks fuss-free, not because I'm lazy, which is the truth. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, so in a lot of Asian countries, the trending look is very pale skin, you know, almost bare eyes, like no makeup eyes, and very bright lips, like this. And the thing is, a lot of people end up looking really washed out. Like for me, I think I look a bit washed out right now because of two crucial mistakes. One is picking the wrong lipstick color, and the second one is not putting anything on the cheeks. If you're going to do this really like bright lips, bare eye sort of look, you have to balance it by also putting a lot of color on your cheeks if you're extremely pale, because the thing about pale skin is you do look a bit sickly. I mean, yes, there's a reason why it's considered the consumptive look in the Victorian era that was so popular. So you have to counter it with a lot of color on your cheeks. You're gonna have to use blush and some bronzer just to add some color in. And I know it's not too popular in a lot of Asian countries to use bronzer because a lot of people think, no, I want to look pale and bronzer is going to make me look tan. It's not going to look good. But trust me, let me show you how to apply the bronzer in a way that makes you look still pasty but healthy. It's not going to make you look like you got a bad fake tan. It's just going to make you look healthier. As for the wrong lip color, so my skin tone is cool, but I have yellow undertones, which means that while I look terrible with cool light colored lipsticks, all my light lipsticks have to have warm undertones. Anything bright, I have to go cool, because for bright colors, for some reason, if I use anything warm, it just starts clashing with my yellow undertones and I start looking sickly. So if you're a very pale Asian too, and you're wondering why all your bright colored lipsticks look really horrible, even though, you know, you're like, oh, but, you know, normally I look better in warm tones, you may have to switch to something cool toned or vice versa. So I'm applying this blush very high up on my cheeks. I'm using It's Skin's Macaroon blush. It's one of my favorite blush because it smells like a peach bubblegum. I love it. It's really my favorite blush right now while I'm pregnant because the smell calms me down. I really like it. Of course, you can use other blushes, but it's just one of those blushes I've gone crazy over while I'm pregnant. And yes, I'm using a lot because for pale skin to look healthy, you need a lot of blush. And if you notice, I'm dabbing it across my nose to make it look more natural, just so that my face looks like it has an all-over glow. And voila, I look much healthier. I don't look so washed out. And that's really the secret to making sure that you don't look washed out with this typical Korean look. Just a lot of blush. Now, a next optional step if you want to add more life to your face is, of course, bronzer. I know bronzer isn't popular for those who like this very pasty sort of Korean look because people have this conception that no bronzer makes me look more tanned. But as I keep telling people, there's nothing wrong with tan skin, number one. It looks healthy, there's nothing wrong with tan skin. And if you use bronzer correctly, it really does give a very healthy glow to your face. And it does go with this Korean sort of look. So I'm using this brush from Masami Shoko Professional, and I'm applying the bronzer in the back part of my face. And kind of like underneath my blush, I'm still blending into my brush, but kind of underneath. So it's almost like where I will put my contour. And voila, this is my quick and easy. I'm really too tired to spend more time on my makeup, but I have to look good, so this is it. Sort of look for a super oily face during pregnancy. Oh, and I nearly forgot the final step. Finishing spray. I'm using Scandinavia's. It's one of my favorite finishing sprays out there. Another one I also like is from Absolute New York. You can try that out too. Anyway, yeah, in Singapore I only have this because it's a travel size. I don't use finishing spray that often because I've been too tired to put on too much products on my face. But yeah, if I want my makeup to last a while, finishing spray is a must. And with this, my makeup should last the whole function, whatever I have to go to. And that's it. This is my I don't give a f about my look and have no energy for makeup, but I have to look good, so here I am, look. As mentioned before, this is also a look that's perfect for people who are currently suffering anemia and need to look a bit more alive, and also suffering from the hormonal pregnancy oil bomb phase, or if you just have an oily face. I thought I had an oily face until I got pregnant and I'm just oozing with oil so quickly. It's not fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the entire thing. Truly, I'm really grateful. So sorry I haven't been that active. If you guys have any questions or have any tutorial requests, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.